All right, guys, I put together a slideshow PDF to show you how you beat the prop firms. So what do prop firms target? Prop firms target naive and greedy traders with a gambler's mindset, those who are looking to make a quick dollar. As you know, most people in the trading space will try to sell you trading as a get-rich-quick scheme. That is not the case. It does require effort. It does require you putting your head down and actually sacrificing time to learn. The only way prop firms can make money is from people failing the challenge phase. Each prop firm has a different set of rules to pass an account, but generally speaking, one is no better than the other. They all have a rigorous set of rules of their own that are created to target lousy traders. You simply want to choose a prop firm with a good reputation and not just appealing rules. You're probably someone who wants to make consistent money and avoid blowing accounts. Let me break down you the most effective strategy to rinse the firms. How much should I risk? Assuming we will utilize the 1% risk per trade and 1 trade a day rule, this is how you will go about passing your challenge. First, don't be misled by traders who convince you that their strategy is good because they catch 1 to 12 RR trades. These strategies are incredibly inefficient for prop firm trading. Understand the relationship between risk to reward and probability because we are playing a game of probability here. Strategies with high risk to reward have low probability win rate, and strategies with low risk to reward have high probability win rate. Low risk to reward does not mean it is a bad trade. Only idiots think that. Again, understanding the relationship between risk to reward and probability. You want a strategy that will give you at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward with about a 70% win rate. That is all you need. That is going to be the most effective win rate and risk to reward for you to pass these prop firm accounts. Why? Because prop firm rules are strict. And if we use the 1% risk per trade rule and you can't lose more than 4% during the challenge phase, then simple math would imply you cannot lose more than 4 trades in a row. With a 70% win rate and a 1-to-1 RR minimum strategy, the chances of you losing 4 trades in a row are incredibly slim, but not impossible, of course. 70% win rate and 1-to-1 RR model is all you need. The fact is that a 70% win rate and a 1-to-1 RR model will present you more wins than losses with a consistent growth in profits, and despite what the sequence of wins and losses looks like for you, you should be passing these accounts at least 80% of the time. The importance of paper trading. I cannot emphasize this enough. Let's take a step back. Before you start donating your money to challenge phase accounts and becoming a prop firm target customer, you should be practicing passing these accounts by paper trading first. Simulate the prop firm system. Set the rules upon yourself and act like you are trying to pass a challenge phase until you can consistently pass. A lot of people go straight into prop firm challenge phases with little to no experience because the concept of paying $50 to have $50,000 is so appealing, and this is exactly what they want you to think. In your head, $50 is a small price to pay for what could be life-changing money. Well, these $50 will stack up very quickly through tons of failed accounts. Most people will blow 10, 20, maybe even 50 accounts before they pass their first. Be 2 steps ahead and take my word. Simulate the system on your own and then beat the system. Here are some psychological hurdles people face after passing. Let's say you pass the challenge phase, you received your certificate and login credentials. Now comes the greatest psychological hurdle for 99% of traders. You start thinking to yourself, fuck, this is real now. Any money I make, I can keep. Well, these are the 3 psychological shifts that happen in most people's heads once they come across this stage. Fear. Fear of losing kicks in and a trader becomes overly cautious and hesitant. They lose trust in their winning model. Greed consumes the brain and traders start over-leveraging trades in hopes of making a ridiculous amount of money. Impatience sets in. Traders close trades early at a negative risk to reward and get stuck in a loop of losses being bigger than wins. All these habits are rooted from an attachment to money. If you can replace the obsession with money with an obsession for probability, you will become a millionaire. Maximize your profits, guys. This is how you're going to maximize your profits. Once you've mastered the ability to consistently pass challenge phases and become funded, it is time to maximize allocation and copy trade. The goal is to be funded on as many accounts as the prop firm allows you to. This will allow you to spread risk. If you have one 50K account and you're risking 1% per trade, you cannot lose more than 4 trades in a row, as we established before because of the 4% drawdown limit. But if you have 4 50K accounts and you spread the 1% risk across each, you are now risking 0.25%, which is $125 per trade on each account. Now you can lose 16 trades in a row instead of only 4. FYI, you should not be losing 16 trades in a row. But the point is you are spreading risk. Therefore, by copy trading, you are allowing yourself more leverage by risking less on each account and still making the same amount of net profit. $125 per trade across 4 accounts equals $500. This will also help your psychology since you are not risking so much on one account. These numbers can be played around with to your liking as long as you understand the advantages of copy trading. So guys, that concludes how to beat the prop firms. I hope you can take my advice and utilize it wisely.